Perspective. It's really important because sometimes we may think we see things one way, but really, they're another way. So I was going through my vlog sessions and I noticed that there are probably, I mean, if I have like 20 now, however many I have, I think it was about 50% of the vlogs, I noticed that all of them had 100% thumbs down. And, from my perspective, that was like, whoa, that's really weird. That can't be right. I don't think I failed that badly on my vlogs. I know some people don't really like them, but it's a little weird. And then I went through and looked, and it's all just that the majority of them just have one downvote. And it's funny, because just the concept of the 100% being down isn't what makes sense. So it's just because of that simple change in perspective, that simple addition of saying 100% of people who have voted on this have voted it down. That simple view makes it look like suddenly that I'm not doing something that anyone likes, which I know can't be true because there are certainly some that get some thumbs up. And I know that people watch it and enjoy it and just don't have YouTube accounts. So it was actually pretty interesting to notice because seriously, we went through and just downvoted a lot of the videos. No particular reason, they actually happened to be some of my more favorite vlogs, so it was kind of depressing, but it was interesting because it really is all about perspective. As you noticed, I did that really weird thing where I tried to be cool and classy and do something creative with my vlog. But it sounded pretty cool when I thought of it. Probably didn't turn out half as cool as I thought I did on the video, but we'll see. I'll probably watch this one again just for that effect. But seriously, perspective. It is key. Because if we don't look at our lives with multiple perspectives, then we're never going to see every side to a story. That's how we end up with people who are really biased and who don't really know what they're talking about because they just feel like whatever they think is always right, which isn't true. Everyone has their own perspective, but that doesn't mean that there's validity to every side. Normally there's some validity to every side, but it does happen. There are people who make completely irrational arguments just because they're not willing to look at what other people think. Can't think of any examples off the top of my head. That's one of the few issues I've noticed with these vlogs. It's just that I can never think of an example off the top of my head. So I just give myself a topic and start talking. So, but perspective is really a key thing in our lives. I mean, what might seem like it's a brilliant idea to one person could seem like a totally moronic and stupid idea by someone else. I've seen it happen every day. So that is a key thing. Perspective is far more important than most people give it merit. Some people would rather say, it's a judge of character and stuff like that, but I really think that perspective plays a lot larger portion of importance in our lives than we give it. I know that when I was a kid, when I fought with my brother, my mom would literally sit us down and make sure that we both understood the other person's side. And even if we did, somehow talking about it made it make more sense. But if we didn't see the other person's perspective, we just thought, oh, they're being moronic and stupid, let's just argue with them, which wasn't the right thing to do. The correct thing is to just sit there and say, okay, how do you feel? Oh, really, that's how I feel. And then problems solved. It's almost, I don't know why, but it reminds me of that commercial from that taco shell commercial. The little girl says, why can't we have both? And everyone cheers. Well, it's that simple. If you just look at every perspective to the situation, which isn't actually possible, but if you take more than one viewpoint to something, you'll be a lot more successful, and maybe people will cheer for you in the streets and cry out in Spanish. So with all that said, that's the end. Later, guys.